Well, the 2010 football season is halfway through. All teams have played at least 8 games, and of course there's drama all over the NFL. And guess who's in the middle of it? Chicago native Donovan Mcnabb. Of course he's handling himself with class during all this, but as typical, Donovan is facing issues that most quarterbacks don't have to. I'm sure everybody knows the story. Mike Shanahan took him out of the game and put former Bear Rex Grossman to replace him at the end of the Lions game, and Rex Grossman proceeded to fumble, and then he said that he didn't know the playbook, trying to say Donovan isn't that smart. Then he was saying, oh, no, it was cardiovascular issues, why Donovan was pulled out of the game. Donovan Mcnabb has handled himself with just class, and he said, hey, let's move forward, let's move on, let's not worry about this. And you know what? Donovan is used to this, because if you consider this, think about Donovan McNabb's career. When he was leaving high school out of Mount Carmel here in the city of Chicago, he wanted to go to Illinois. But Lou Tepper, head football coach in Illinois, said, hey, we'll let you play defensive back. We don't think you can play quarterback. Well, Lou Tepper, you had a couple 1-11, 0-12 seasons. How did Donovan Mcnabb playing quarterback at Syracuse turn out for you? Not very good. So after he starts for 4 years at Syracuse playing quarterback, Donovan Mcnabb gets drafted 3rd overall in the 1999 NFL Draft. Tim Couch, Achilles Smith ahead of him. Well, that didn't work out. Well, when that happens, Philadelphia fans start booing. Hey, you're horrible, Mcnabb. He can't play, a bunch of other crap. They all wanted Ricky Williams. Well, guess what? Donovan McNabb said, oh, don't worry, they can boo me. It's all right, they wanted somebody else. I'll figure this out and start playing. Well, Donovan McNabb ends up being a great quarterback. And if you think about what happens when he's with Philadelphia, all those years he's with Philly, he has no real offensive weapons. He never really had a #1 starting wide receiver until Deshaun Jackson late in his Philadelphia tenure, and they were a pass-happy team, so the whole weight of the offense was always on his shoulder. Andy Reid called more pass plays, more percentage pass plays than any other team in the NFL during Donovan McNabb's tenure. So there he is. He's got no #1 receiver, no threat of a running game, yet this quarterback takes the Eagles to 5 NFC Championship games. That's a lot in 11 years. Of course, he only won 1, but that year that he won 1 was the year of Terrell Owens, who didn't play any playoff games. And if you think about it, what kind of controversy can you get more than having Terrell Owens as your #1 wide receiver? That 1 year with Philadelphia, all he did was bark in McNabb's ear and bitch and moan about Donovan McNabb and actually accuse him of not being in good enough shape at the end of that Super Bowl in order to lead the Eagles for a Super Bowl winning drive. What did McNabb say? Nothing. Kept his mouth shut, just like you're supposed to do if you're the team leader. Think about the Rush Limbaugh incident. Rush Limbaugh says the press is giving Donovan McNabb a pass because America wants a black quarterback. Donovan doesn't say anything stupid, just says, it's Rush Limbaugh, who cares, nobody's gonna listen to him anyway. He could have taken a shot at him. Everybody else was expecting him to take a shot, but Donovan McNabb acted with nothing but class and kept his mouth shut. And think about it, he also gets traded inside the division to the Redskins. Finally, the Eagles have weapons. They have Deshaun Jackson, they have Jeremy Maclin, they have a couple running backs that are pretty decent. So what do the Eagles do? They trade him to the Redskins, who have Santana Moss and Chris Cooley as your #1 and 2 options. Come on, those are decent NFL players, but those are not great options. They're definitely nowhere near as good as the Eagles. He doesn't complain, he doesn't bitch. He says, we're gonna do whatever it takes for the Redskins to win. Donovan McNabb, trust me, I don't feel sorry for you because you've made over $100 million playing quarterback in the NFL, and I would love to be booed by Philadelphia fans for 11 years having that happen. No problem, go ahead, pay me that money. But in the sense of it, you are exactly what it takes for a team to win. If you actually did have a #1 running back, if you had a #1 receiver, you would have led a team to a Super Bowl championship by now. So take all this grief, let it roll off your back. Donovan McNabb, you are class. You are the epitome of what a quarterback should be in the NFL. This is Joel Radwanski, ChiTownMix.com.